an all-American supercar, and I know I might hurt some people's feelings by saying that because they don't really want to put a Corvette in a supercar category. All right, what we have here are 2019 Motor Authority Best Car to Buy of the Year at the time. It is an all-American supercar, and I know I might hurt some people's feelings by saying that because they don't really want to put a Corvette in a supercar category. Well, you're gonna have a hard time leaving this out of the conversation. So as you guys probably have seen in some of our previous videos, maybe our social media, this particular car, we got it around Thanksgiving, hadn't had a chance really to take it out yet. We finally got a nice day today here in Pennsylvania and wanted to go over exactly what this car is. 2019 ZR1 1ZR ZTK package with 64 miles currently sitting on the odometer with a 7-speed transmission. You guys probably already know 755 horsepower, 715 pounds of torque, and you know some of the logistics with that. But we wanted to really go over what is the 1ZR package and really what makes this car extremely rare. There was close to, and we'll go over the numbers, 3,000 ZR1s that were made. An overwhelming majority of those, over 90% of those cars, were equipped with a 3ZR package. This one being a 1ZR. How many of those 1ZRs were equipped also with a 7-speed transmission and the ZTK track package? You're talking very limited production numbers, very, very scarce, rare piece that is, you know, right here with us, and we love the car. I have only seen one other 1ZR on the market in the last couple months, and that was a car we found, and it was a convertible, and a 1ZR convertible, when we were doing our research on that car, it was one of 17. I would love to know if anybody could help us out, really what production this kind of is, being a 1ZR ZTK in a stick, also in black. And all of our other ones are 3ZRs, but we're going to kind of walk you guys around and go over some things that make this, you know, this car to me extremely special. And you know, you hear some guys comparing the 1ZR 3ZR. You could look back at the L88s in the day and how low equipped they were. I think some people are missing the boat unless they're, you know, really up on the market collectors. The 1ZR, I would not be surprised in time, because of the production numbers, if this car will be doing more than the 3ZRs down the road, just because you're talking about a car that was produced with under 200 models out of a total of 2,953, I think was the total number. And then again, how many of those were automatics? Some of those were convertibles. How many of those have the ZTK package? And you're talking about a car that's extremely limited in its production. So let us take you guys kind of around it and show you what we're talking about. So the first thing that you guys might notice is the big scoop in the hood, the big kind of hole in the hood, which is housing the 6.2 V8 supercharger, putting out 755 horsepower, 715 pounds of torque. Those of you who want to leave this car out of the supercar category, you're absolutely out of your minds to think that this does not belong. This is the king of the hill when it comes to Corvettes. Aesthetically, performance-wise, handling-wise, it just checks every box. Last year for the front engine, as many of you know, it went to the C8 as a mid-engine, and also did away with the manual transmissions, where only just a hair under 30% of these C7 ZR1s were made with a manual transmission. They are not producing any manual transmissions with the C8. From what I've heard, it really can't even be done engineering-wise. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but they will not be making any manual transmissions in the future, or who knows how long, if they'll ever come back, making this car highly, desirable and highly collectible when it comes to a manual transmission. if you guys have been looking, seeing what's on the market, there are very limited numbers of ZR1s on the market, and if you try to find a stick, I don't even know currently if there's one on the market. If you guys see the target top, carbon fiber target top is removable, which is cool because you get to take that off and kind of have a convertible without actually having a convertible car, which this was a year where they did make convertibles. About 512 of the convertibles were produced. So the total production of these cars, there are 2,953 total ZR1s produced. Of that number, like we said, 2,441 were coupes, and the remainder were convertibles. The ZTK package, commonly referred to as the big wing package, that is really the distinguishing feature with the ZR1s. We see some with low wings, not to take anything away from those cars, but to me, I have to have the high wing, known as the track package. Comes with some other things as well, the ZTK package with the Michelin 2 Sport Cup tires, the winglets as you guys see here on the side, and it just really aesthetically pops a lot more in my opinion than the low wing. Some guys think that high wing is gaudy, but most of those people don't even know what this car is. That wing provides 950 pounds of downforce. So you're talking, some crazy performance out of this car, really. Of that total production number that we gave you of 2,953 produced, this is a staggering number. 2,761 were produced as a 3ZR, which is around 93-94%. 192 were 1ZRs, this being the 1ZR. Of those, how many were 7-speed manual transmissions? How many were also equipped with the ZTK package? Because what a lot of guys did when they wanted to get a 1ZR, they wanted a ZR1 with the lowest possible sticker they can get. So that would also mean that they did not get the ZTK package. This one does. So you're talking very limited numbers of cars that are equipped just like this one is here. And then, like I said, 64 miles currently sitting on the odometer. Not only is it one of the lowest mileage cars in the country for a ZR1, I would have to guess it's probably the lowest 1ZR ZR1 in terms of miles. 744 coupes had a manual transmission, just putting it under 30%. People always talk about the 63 split window being rare, highly collectible, highly desirable, but I think some people forget that they made over 10,000 coupes in 1963, and that's not counting the 10,000 plus convertibles that they also made. So you're talking over 20,000 cars in 63, and here on a 1 year only run like that in 63, which is the split window, you are under 3,000 total cars, and that's counting coupes and convertibles. Being a 1ZR, this car is lighter, making it even faster on the track because you lose some of the creature comforts that you would have in a 3ZR. You lose an extra speaker, you lose the power seats, heated and ventilated seats, along with some other things. And it's crazy because that is a $10,000 upgrade when you're on the sticker from a 1ZR to a 3ZR. Now on the market, you really don't get that kind of value resale. The package that everybody seems to want and buy is the ZTK package, which was only a $3,000 upgrade on the sticker. But when you go and see cars now and you have the same car that is a non-ZTK compared to a car that is a ZTK, it is bringing a lot more on the resale market than just that $3,000. Right now I would say that ZTK package is anywhere from a $10,000 to $15,000, maybe even $20,000 upgrade, because so many people love that look of the high wing, the performance, and some guys want to track these cars. I am not one of those right now. To me, if I had that kind of money, would I want to go and track it? Probably would. To me, just love enjoying the ownership of them. Love taking them for a little ride. This one we did take for a ride, if you guys saw, with Jeremy, got to bring it home. And it's all, you know, everybody's different. If you want to track it, fantastic, but you have the opportunity to on the ZTK. So we wanted to do a video on really showing you guys and going over a 1ZR versus a 3ZR, and you know, the numbers are just, when I did our research on it, staggering of how many people went for the 3ZR and also the Sebring Orange package, because when these cars were being produced, they knew it was the last year before they moved to the C8 model, and they all tried to get the most expensive sticker they could. So to do that, they had to get the Sebring Orange package, which makes the orange, love the color, but there's just so many of them that were made and produced, it's over 800. And then also to go for the 3ZR, because they thought whatever the highest sticker was, it would bring the most down the road in resale value. And I don't know, to me, if that's going to be the case. I know a lot of guys who like the orange, but then there's guys who don't want it because it was so massively produced compared to other colors. And those guys are also, you know, the ones that are looking at the 1ZR saying they only made less than 6 or 7% total in a 1ZR. So you're talking about the last year with the front engine, the last year with the stick, you have the ZTK package, and you have 60 some miles on a car that was produced under 200 total models. And that's what you see here with this ZR1 1ZR. So don't be surprised down the road the 1ZRs start doing more than the 3ZRs.